Hello, my lovelies. This is part 2 of our yearly predictions. We're going to start with the sign of Gemini. So this is going to be our air signs and our earth signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. I split it up because I don't want the videos to be 9 hours long. So the first one's already about an hour. We're going to try and condense it so that it's a little easier for you guys. So we're going to start with the sign of Gemini. All right, Geminis, let's see what's happening for you in 2025. What do we need to see for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? We have McLee's deck. Some sort of higher learning is coming in for you. It says, you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further your progress. So whatever it is that you've already mastered, that's great. But Spirit says there's still more to learn before you get to the finish line. What else does Gemini need? Elmoira, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So know that you're always protected by the divine. They want you to connect with your heart space and be open to give and receive equally. And there's some sort of learning curve that's taking place. And faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. So sometimes it's really dark. I feel like you need to maybe shine the light for others at times, and at other times, others will be the light for you. So it's about equal give and take there. So stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. All right, Gemini, what do we need to see for the next 12 months? You have some sort of romantic offer coming in. I do feel like this is something unseen by you. I feel like it takes you by surprise. I feel like it's something that comes out of left field, but I do think it could be a welcomed addition, and that happens in January. In February, you may have to lower your guard a little bit. The Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Blades, is somebody who I call the Ice Queen. She's got a rough exterior. She's a little cold, very demanding, a little abrasive. Sometimes she's kind of a bitch, but in reality, she's been through it already and she sees it coming before it happens. So you have to approach her with tact. You have to approach her with truth and honor, or she will cut you out of the picture. And I feel like in order to get to her heart that is in a cage, I feel like you also have to be genuine. So this new offer might have a little obstacle to get through to you. In March, we have the Four of Swords. So I feel like there is this need for rest. Maybe you're not ready for a new relationship, and that's okay. Be honest about that. But I do think that something is changing for the better. You've waited a long time for these things to happen. Now your ships are starting to come in. So by about April, things start to change. I do think that in May, you do have this person that's also evolving. And I feel like the King of Cups is somebody I refer to as the ideal father figure for a reason. He's genuine, he's trustworthy, he's loyal, he's nurturing, he's got the softer side, he's super protective of those he loves. He's an all-around good guy and he makes a great partner. So I do feel like there's something evolving through about the first part of the year. Trust your instincts and intuition as always. That's going to be crucial for you. You're also connecting to the higher realms and to your spiritual existence in doing so. And I feel like that's an important thing for you to realize, that that's necessary in order to actually achieve what you want out of life. But we've also got to let go of the things that are holding us back and causing us some burdens. If there's a lot on our plate, we're going to have to let go of something in order to rest and recover. So it's important that you see things for what they are. And if it's holding you back, it's probably time to address that. In return, you have the Sun, which is about marriage, commitment, fresh starts, accomplishments, a new beginning. So let's see, what month is that in? We've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August. So in August, it does look like there are some transitions to more positive things, new beginnings. Again, marriage is a possibility with that card, and the Wheel of Fortune in September. So I feel like financially things are really starting to turn around for you. This is fated or destined to find you, and the Wheel of Fortune can spin out of your favor and it can spin in your favor. And I feel like where luck and money is concerned, that is coming in. So Spirit says, can you take a leap of faith and try new things? Step out of a comfort zone. Are you willing to go in a new direction? So by about October, it looks like you are going to be kind of pushed to go in a new direction. November, you're going to be juggling some things. You're going to have to make a decision on what to let go of and what to keep in order to restore the balance. In December, we have a lot of forward progress. I do feel like you could be moving, traveling, or relocating, but there is forward momentum and progress. The Chariot tells us that these things will gain momentum and speed. So I feel like towards the end of 2025 is when things really start to pick up the pace in your world, ushering in 2026. So where I feel like some things may take some time, I do think you have a lot of opportunities for love and money coming in. I feel like Spirit's really trying to connect with you and show you what is not serving you in 2025 and what you need to release to get to these better, more golden opportunities. Libras, let's see what's happening for you in 2025. What do we need to see for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What do they need to see for 2025? There we go. All right, we've got 3 that popped out. All right, we start with Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. There's something happening in your world in 2025 where you're going to need to resolve some issues that I feel like have been long-standing issues and move back to your center, to your peace, to your wholeness. You have the power to change anything in your life that isn't working. So if it's not working, take stock, take note of that, and come up with a plan to change what doesn't work. Green Tara, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations and trust. So Spirit's asking you to trust that they have your back, that they will help sever ties, but they need you to take initiation and take action in order to start the process. So I feel like whatever isn't serving you, you're going to sever ties with. I also feel like the limitations will be alleviated. And Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So always loved by the divine unconditionally. But whatever you're devoted to, know that it is being seen and it's not for nothing. What do we need to see for the year for Libra? Show me 12 cards for the sign of Libra. Well, expect some major changes coming in. I feel like that could also require some strength on your part. But I feel like it's an important lesson for you to learn that things need to change, right? We can't stay stuck and stagnant forever, because what happens is nothing grows, nothing changes. So embrace the change, go with the flow, and know that it's happening for you, not to you. That could be an important thing for you to realize as well. I also feel like with this change, that there's some opportunities to put in the hard work. And I do feel like some of this will require your time and attention. So maybe work requires more of you in February than it usually does. Maybe you're on a new adventure, new job prospects, things like that. And so the change is necessary to make kind of a name for yourself. So be willing to do the hard work as it's required. You will have to juggle some things, and I feel like this is also an opportunity for you to decide what's working, what isn't working, and make adjustments in March accordingly. This is your energy with the King of Swords. I feel like you are a little rough around the edges in April, that you do need to kind of back down in certain circumstances and not bite people's heads off. While yes, you're very gifted, you're very talented, you're somebody who is very intelligent, sometimes you lose sight of the emotional aspect, and I feel like that's something that needs to change. I feel like you need to start showing your softer side to people instead of just your fierce, rough exterior. All right, in May, it looks like there might be opportunities for marriage and commitment coming in. So this is like growing and ascending to love and commitment. Could be engagements or marriages coming in. I do feel like it's a wish fulfillment that happens to come in for you. And so I feel like by being more vulnerable, the right people start to gravitate to you. I do feel like there's some shadow work that you're going to be working through over the summer. I feel like you could also be connecting to a Virgo, but I feel like the vulnerability is what's going to help transition, or they're giving me the word transfer. I feel like it's almost like a night and day difference with you once you've done some of the healing work, and that also helps to restore the balance in your life. By August, it looks like there is a decision about a love relationship, a choice needing to be made. I do think for some of you, there's this kind of whirlwind love affair that's in your life from about May until August. And I feel like if you really want to commit to this person, you're going to have to make a choice to do the work to get there. I also feel like a lot of the internal shadow work is what's going to actually make this person want to be with you. There is some financial aspects improving. It does look like by about September, there is some recovery in your finances. There could also be some recovery from injury, illness, or surgery. There could be recovery in a love relationship, some changes there for the better. So I do think that as you end the year, that you are open to a world of opportunities. Travel is opening up. I feel like this is also an indication you could be moving. I do feel like the internet could be something that's important to how maybe these improvements come about, but I do feel like a world of opportunities, having the world at your fingertips, is really going to be kind of a wish fulfillment for you. So we're learning to let go of things that don't serve our highest good: liars, cheaters, thieves, and manipulators, untrustworthy people, and we're saying no to that in November, and we are aligning with love frequency. So the King of Cups is somebody that I call the ideal father figure. You could be connecting to a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Somebody that I feel like is helping you to kind of nurture the things that you want to grow. Somebody that's loyal, somebody that's trustworthy. And I feel like in the past you've had anything but that in your life. So this is a choice to make, to choose to be in your vulnerable, authentic self, or to choose to kind of wash that opportunity away. And there is a choice that will have to be made. I feel like this could go really great for you if you choose to do the work, or I feel like you could be cut off from something that you truly love. So it is a choice that you need to make. Embrace the changes, go with the flow, and remember it's happening to you, or it's happening for you, not to you, in 2025. Aquarius, my aqua sauce, how's 2025 gonna treat you? It looks like Spirit's trying to awaken your heart space, heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. Aquarius, Spirit's trying to get you to see that you need balance within your heart. And the thing is that sometimes we close it down because we've been hurt. So Spirit wants you to be able to be open. Sometimes we're givers, we're people pleasers, and so we're able to give, but can you receive? If you can't receive, there's a blockage there, and I feel like Spirit's trying to get you out of that comfort zone. They're trying to kind of shake the dust off and awaken your heart space to receive and to give. Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Ironically, she's got a flower in the center of her heart, as well as Lady Nadia has a flower in the center of her heart. So I feel like things are getting ready to bloom, right? And when we plant seeds, we have to give it the nutrients that it needs in order to flourish, to grow, to survive, and thrive. And so it takes some time. So I feel like internally, Spirit is trying to actually open some things and change some things for the better within your heart space in 2025. So being open to give and receive love. Know that these things are happening in divine order, and that you need to do what you feel is right because there's an important lesson that's unfolding for you. All right, Spirit, show me 12 cards for Aquarius for my aqua sauce for 2025. Show me what they need to see for their year ahead. What does Aquarius need to see? Well, the first thing you need to see is that love is coming. So you might need to be prepared for that. It's an unexpected offer that takes you by surprise. It could come as soon as January for some of you. I feel like if you are open to it, it starts to kind of trickle in. But I feel like some of you are very closed off to new opportunities. And so that's something that Spirit's trying to kind of awaken your heart space and get you out of this comfort zone of not being able to give and receive. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and that echoes that message that she can be kind of smothering, narcissistic. She can be anything but what we want her to be. The Queen of Cups is normally seen as gentle and motherly and loving, but I feel like she's been burned and hurt, and so hurt people tend to hurt people. She's got some healing that she needs to do to be receptive to new love. So you could be dealing with infertility issues. You could also be dealing with a lot of grief and loss and things that just are not putting you in that loving energy. And so I feel like your environment also needs to change, especially in the month of February. All right, let's see what else we've got here. So by March, we do have the need for some boundaries. And I feel like it's something that you want to make sure that the opportunities are right for you. So if it's not, if you need boundaries, I feel like that's something that you need to stick to. Don't let people walk all over you. That's not conducive for healthy and happy. We have a flipper in here. Yes. And then we're more open to receiving come about April. So there could be 2 offers coming in. It might be something that you want. It might be something you don't want. I feel like with a little evolution and change, things start to turn around. There are some sort of illusions that are being revealed, so you're able to make clear choices. But it's going to take teamwork to make the dream work. Are you willing to put in the work to get there? I feel like you're going to have to for these things to change, and I get hiccups every time for confirmation. So Spirit's trying to show you how good life can be if you're willing to change your perspective. And we have the Empress. This is the Divine Mother. She's seen as divine feminine energy, mothering, nurturing, creation. So there's new creative prospects. Pregnancy news could be announced in, what month is this? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So there could be some pregnancy announcements in July. Some of you guys might find out you're expecting. It could be people around you. But I do feel like you could be meeting your divine counterpart. You're overcoming the pain and the heartbreak that got you there, and we're transmuting and transforming it. So I feel like if someone has feelings that they haven't spoke up about, by about September, that starts to change. I do think that somebody is really geared towards going towards marriage and commitment, their soul family, the person they're meant to be. If they can eliminate the toxic stuff in their life about November, setting those boundaries and sticking to them, I feel like your person comes in, and I feel like it happens quickly. There's some sort of news that changes abruptly, is the word Spirit's giving me, in about December. I feel like something could change dramatically within a love relationship by the end of the year for the better. I also feel like the lack or the loss that we've experienced, we're learning to grieve that and to move past it in a positive way. I feel like your big obstacle this month, or this next coming year, is going to be around love and really opening your heart to, they're telling me perfection. I love that. I feel like a lot of emotions are going to be coming to the surface for you guys. I feel like you're needing to feel the feelings in order to process and release them. And I feel like Spirit's trying to show you that if you'll just embrace your heart, that things will start to get better. Virgo, let's see what's happening for you in 2025. Hilaron, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can help support others. I feel like 2025 is going to be the year that the heart space is really activated, because we're moving to the 5D, we're moving to Christ consciousness, and it's all about the vibration of love. And so I feel like you're going to be working on your heart space along with the collective, and working on operating in that frequency of love, divine intervention of give, love, receive. And I feel like that's something that maybe you're already working on, but I feel like that is going to be a focus point of alignment for you in 2025. What else? The Shekinah, I can never say this card right. The sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, and dance to the sacred rhythm of life. So I do feel like this is part of your activation into where your purpose is supposed to be for your calling in life. And so we need to unleash our gifts, but we also need to express our gifts in order to actually be in alignment. And I feel like that's something that by opening your heart space, we start to realize that it kind of puts us in this place that feels really good, because that's what alignment's all about. And Mercury, open communication, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. And that's going to usher in some healing. At the time I'm filming this, we are still in Mercury in retrograde, so there could be some communication glitches. I mean, you guys deal with it every year, right? Because Mercury rules your sign. So I feel like some retrogrades are worse than others. I feel like this one's been pretty mild compared to some past ones, but that's not to say other people aren't feeling the effects of it much more. So I feel like there's something that you need to really communicate, and part of that is from the heart space. Are you willing to do the work? Because in January, I feel like work is going to be your primary focus. I feel like it's an important step for you to put in quality, not just quantity. You might work in a place where numbers matter, and that's fine, but make sure that what you are doing isn't just mass-produced shit. It needs to be quality work, no matter what it is. That's going to be important for you. Do the hard work because it pays off, okay? You're coming towards some sort of gift from the universe that is a raise, a promotion, and I feel like if you're producing quality, the powers that be see that and they are blessing you with abundance. More than enough to go around and help spread the wealth to others in February. In March, it looks like you're connecting with your softer side, nurturing the things you want to grow, a mother figure potentially. Maybe you need to have a heart-to-heart communication conversation with that person. I do feel like by April, we have the need to keep going towards our dreams and our goals. The King of Pentacles says that slow and steady wins the race. So what goals are you working towards? Know that it will still take some time. The Hierophant in May, Taurus energy, you could be connecting with a Taurus. You're thinking about the bigger picture, maybe love, romance, commitment, marriage. Maybe you don't want to do things traditionally. Maybe you do, but I do think that some things are changing for you energetically. Spiritually, I feel like you're evolving on your path in that time. And I also think that you are going through an ascension process or spiritual growth. I do think that could lead to some new job opportunities for you, even potentially starting your own business. I do think that you could be setting some goals for the future that also bring in some more money. You do have a wish fulfillment that's coming in. This happens in divine timing. It could be for a partnership. It could be something else. Maybe it's this job situation. And it's taken a long time to get there. So know that by about the end of summer, about the end of August is when these things start to really come in for you. Have patience. It will take some time. In September, we're a little confused and we need to make a decision about something. What we're keeping, what we're letting go, how we're going to operate going forward. In, let's see, September, October, we're going to be releasing some heavy burdens that are weighing us down. And they're telling me the weight of other people's opinions might also be kind of chucked in the fuck it bucket. I feel like by September, it's going to be kind of your season. It's going to be all about what works best for you. And if it's not working, it's not in alignment. It's got to go. 2 10s back to back. You will be completing some really difficult cycles in next fall into next winter, October, November timeframe. There's definitely some things that you're getting out of survival mode. You're tired of the same battles. And so it's time to finally say no to those. And I feel like that also brings in a wish fulfillment. So whatever is happening towards the end of 2025, know that any illusions will be revealed so that you can find the clarity you need. Whatever this happens to be, I feel like for some of you it's about love, for others of you it's other areas like work, but I do feel like this tells you what's going to change. It's like it's illuminated and we're closing that chapter, that cycle, so that we can get to our abundance, so we can get to where we need to be. I'm not seeing a lot of love for you in this new year. I do, however, see that if you find love, it could lead to commitment, a wish fulfillment, somebody that's stable and healthy for you. I feel like your primary focus, however, is going to be on building your finances and your career. So super important that if it's in alignment, you stick with it. And if it's not, it gets released. I feel like there's golden opportunities coming in for abundance for you, but it will require the hard work on your part. So speak up with love is your message for 2025. And I feel like you're going to have those hard conversations that really open up new doors of opportunities for you. Taurus, let's see what's happening for you in 2025. Okay. Carnunos, the life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. This card always makes me think of like mating season between the bull elk and the does or whatever they're called. And I feel like there's a lot of sexual chemistry. I feel like kind of the seed of creation may also be coming out. So there could be pregnancy announcements, birthing new ideas, new creative ventures, and hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts for yourself as well as others, and keep hope alive. And charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. What do you need to ask Spirit for? I feel like it could be love. I feel like that's a big one for you, but it could be other things as well. So whatever is happening in your life, realize that you need to be able to express yourself in healthy ways, that love is yours. You need to ask Spirit for what it is that you need, and you need to shift your perspective. Where do you need to refocus your energy and see that not all hope is lost? There's still something to salvage if you just shift your perspective. If you just close out these heavy burdens, these toxic cycles, you will start to see that things can be so much better. So I feel like January and February are kind of you deconstructing things in your life that don't work to get you to where you want to be. And a whole new world of opportunities opens up for you by about March. I do feel like you might be traveling, moving, relocating. Maybe you want to travel the world. Maybe you are going on some sort of sabbatical. Maybe you're taking a step back from things that don't work in your life in order to align with where you want to be. The world is synonymous for completing difficult cycles and turning over a new leaf, and opportunities start to find you. They start to arrive. The Empress, the Divine Feminine. I was saying that there could be some pregnancy announcements. I do think that you may meet your divine counterpart, the person that you will marry, start a family with. If you want to have babies, I do feel like that is a possibility as well. I feel like she brings out the softer side of you. You could also be connecting to a mother figure at this time in about April. I do feel like come spring, there is some new life coming into your world. So there could be some pregnancy announcements, not out of the realm of possibilities. The truth or clarity is revealed in, it looks like, about May. So some sort of truth or clarity, recognition. I feel like an aha moment is happening, and I feel like it happens about a choice in love. So I feel like in June, we have this decision to weigh about the future of this love relationship. What do you want it to be? A choice has to be made. I feel like they see you, or you see them, as very nurturing, very protective, romantic, somebody that is trustworthy, and I feel like that's everything that they're looking for. So I feel like by summertime, we're kind of solidifying things. I do feel like there is travel movement or relocation coming for you by the end of summer, about August. So I feel like you are either moving in with this person, moving away from toxicity, and going towards your peace, things that bring you peace and happiness. Money will be available. I feel like if it's been an obstacle, by about September, things start to align for growth. I feel like there's lots of frustrations around work and money in about September, October. So we need to make sure that we are making wise choices. If it's worth it to you, don't give up and throw in the towel. You keep going until you see the harvest. But come November, we need some time to rest. So I do feel like there is this need for kind of quiet, peace, rest, recovery. You could be recovering from some sort of injury, illness, or surgery in that time frame as well. And at the end of the year, we have that need to take a leap of faith and try new things, step out of a comfort zone. And I feel like for some of you, it's with a partnership. Whatever fear is holding you back, I feel like we're closing out those cycles in 2025. I feel like the biggest obstacle you're going to face is your own insecurities. And I feel like if you can get a grip on that and change your perspective, you really start to change the trajectory of your year. I do think there's some pregnancy announcements for some of you guys, either around you or you directly, that there's, maybe you're going to finally find your person and have a child, start a family with them. For some of you, it's pets that you're going to be welcoming in, not a human child. And for others of you, it is a human child that's being welcomed. So congratulations in advance. I do feel like love is your primary focus. So Taurus, I feel like you need to get ready for some big changes because this year is shaping up to be one of the biggest yet. Capricorn, always last but never least. Let's see what's going on for you in 2025. Capricorn, I feel like you're going to go through immense change in 2025 of the best kind possible. I feel like energetically, you're going to be growing spiritually. I feel like the heart space for the collective is really the focus of 2025. Being open to love, to give and receive. I feel like it's also an indication that financially things start to align for the better. So let's see what the cards have for us. What do we need to see for Capricorn for 2025? Capricorns, there we go. All right, we have quite a few of them. So we are going to be facing our fears, Kali Ma. Major spiritual changes are unfolding, and this is your chance to soar. Exactly what I was picking up. So by facing our fears and squashing those, remember fear comes from the ego, we're going to emerge completely transformed, and we are going to soar. The Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real and miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So the Holy Spirit is trying to align you with where you're supposed to be. Remember that miracles happen every day. If you are looking for them, they do appear. I feel like energetically you're going to be clearing a lot of negative karma. I feel like by the end of 2024 and into the end of 2025, you're going to have some epic changes that take place spiritually, energetically, physically, emotionally. I feel like it's great change that needs to happen to get you in alignment. Commander Ashtar, a call to action. Take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. Remember, you can't be all talk and no action. You're going to have to put forth some action behind your words. Stand behind what you say. I feel like that's also going to help you to get in alignment. And Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally by the divine always. So your devotion is being recognized. The Miriam, the sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal and see the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. I feel like you could be a twin flame on the journey. This is a twin flame card in this deck. I do feel like you are starting to energetically really find out who you are and what you're here for. And if you're like, I have no idea what that is, it's okay. What lights you up? What are your passions? What do you feel called to do? And that will help align you with your purpose or your calling in life. So there's some sort of sacred vision for your life that's starting to come into alignment, but forgiveness could be something that's hindering this progress forward. So see the light in all and remember that love has no boundaries. And heart awakening. I'm telling you, she might be psychic or some shit, right? Like, how do I channel all this? It's divine guidance. So Lady Nadia, heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. So remember, it's fine to give out love, but are you able to receive it? It's a two-way street, or it should be. And if it's not reciprocal, then something is off, and we have to kind of start back at square one and figure out, am I able to give as well as receive? Once your heart chakra is open, things start to come into alignment, but love is the key. Love is the frequency that we need to align with. All All right, what does Capricorn need to see for 2025? I do feel like for some of you, you are meeting a certain someone in 2025. I feel like for some of you, you're going to make some major changes in your life that help you to really be who you were always called to be. So let's see what else we've got going on here. I'm giggling because some of what I channel starts to really reflect in the cards, and I love that. I think that's super neat. Okay, Spirit, let's see what we've got going on for our Capricorns. Another flipper. Make sure we don't have any that are flipped. Yes, we do. Wow, Capricorn, you're going to have a exciting and busy year, I feel like. All right, that's all the flippers. So I do feel like you have a lot of things that are happening for you. Some of them quicker than others. So the main focus is going to be on awakening your spiritual practices, your goals, your heart space, but also being practical and grounded. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's seen as a leader. She's a mentor. She's somebody who's practical. She's very business focused. And I feel like your focus is primarily going to be on work, business, and monetary success. And that's totally okay. But I feel like love right now might have a back seat. It's eventually going to get in the driver's seat. So we're going to have to eliminate some obstacles in February, things that are weighing us down, heavy burdens that we've carried, a sense of duty, and we have to let go of those and reclaim our power so that we can get to this new offer or opportunity in March. It's unexpected. It comes out of the blue. You will not see this coming. It is a surprise. It is a shock that comes in, but it is new love. So between March and April, I feel like you're going to be meeting somebody that really fills you up emotionally. And I feel like that's something that's very needed. I feel like this could even be a twin flame for some of you, but I feel like for most of you, it's a new connection that is like meant to be in your life to help turn over a new leaf, to help shape you, to help open that heart space that I feel like has been very closed off for a long time. So can you open your heart space and can you be receptive to new love? I do feel like it triggers a lot of internal turmoil for you. You might be needing to do some shadow work. I feel like there could be rivalry, competition, arguments. And so come about May, I feel like we have some obstacles. In June, there is a new opportunity for work. This is seen as abundance from the universe. So in June, we have new prospects to earn a living. I do feel like in July, you're a little stuck and you need to shift your perspective in order to set yourself free from whatever it is that's holding you back. It could be in love, it could be in work. And by, let's see, July, August, we need to be thinking about how are we going to take action on these things that we want. Remember, ask and you will receive. What is it that Spirit's trying to get you to see that you need to ask for in order to usher in these miracles? I do feel like connecting with source energy is what's going to usher in the miracles that you're looking for, no matter where it is. And I feel like they just start to, doors just being flung open, just open. It's like one opportunity after another opportunity after another. It's like the floodgates are open and they're coming for Capricorn. All right. So we need to get out of our head and out of our own way come September. We are not going to stay in this cycle of repetitive, negative overthinking. We've got to see the truth that we're not trapped. We just need a solution. Let's see, September, October. Things from the past could be coming up. Lots of nostalgia, lots of thinking about the past. Past people could resurface as well. It's typically when retrogrades tend to happen. So remember, we can review the past, we can sit and reminisce, but we don't want to get stuck living there. We want to move past the past and leave it there so we can go forward towards our future. I feel like you're going to get creative in about November. There could be some sort of passion project. I feel like you're finally chasing after your dreams. You might have a fire sign that's helping you, Aries, Sag, or Leo. And I feel like the King of Wands is somebody who's a doer. They are not afraid to chase after their dreams and go after their things that they desire. And so I feel like you have some forward momentum from Spirit that's ushering in these changes. Come December, there is a decision that needs to be made. And I feel like for some of you, it's about love. For others of you, it's in other areas like work. But you're at a crossroads. So it's important that you take off any sort of blinders that you have on about the situation and that you see this situation clearly for what it is and then make a choice you can live with. There's your Capricorn energy with the Devil. I feel like it's super important that you set yourself free in 2025. Why? It's part of the alignment process. We're shifting to the 5D frequency, which is about Christ consciousness. It's about our spiritual gifts awakening. We're in the age of Aquarius, which is innovation, technological advancements, and you got to be in alignment to actually get to it. So open your heart space, set yourself free from toxicity, relationships, addictions, codependency, and things that keep you feeling fucking stuck. It's time to release yourself from the self-imposed prison that you have put yourself in. It's time to finally let go. In its place, you find a loving offer that wants to come in and offer you something genuine. Old school type love and romance. Picnics and whining and dining you, romantic love letters, things like that. This person is genuine and they would like to see where things go. So can you release the toxicity that surrounds you in order to receive what you want and need? Yes, you can. Say no to things that are toxic. Say no to anybody who is a liar, cheater, thief, or manipulator, or otherwise an untrustworthy person. We are saying no to that energy, and we are welcoming in our happy ever after. The sun tells us that the sun will come out tomorrow. We have an opportunity for a fresh start, a new beginning, seeing our accomplishments happen, marriage, children, commitment, the whole 9 yards. This is seen as the happiest energy in the tarot deck. The sun tells us that it is a fresh start, a new beginning, and we are headed towards our happiness. Have a wonderful 2025. We'll see you soon.